Hello there. This is a 5-minute presentation, lesson if you like, on why ADHD is not a disorder. It's actually, if you're able to harness the skills and attributes that it provides, a huge advantage in life and the workplace. Let's go into it. So, ADHDers come into the world with a sense of low self-esteem, a sense of potential rejection, because the school system, as much as it's getting better with SEN provision and so on, does tend to teach people that if you think differently and you learn differently to the mainstream, then you are not part of the system. And so if you don't feel part of the system, you feel outside of it. However, ADHD research is changing and it's developing all the time. And what we are learning is that ADHDers are fundamentally non-linear, creative thinkers. They conform to formulas and patterns, which means that if you're sat in the back of maths class with Mr. Smith, who has his tweed jacket on with the elbow patches and he's boring you to tears, you're not going to thrive. But if you are given a mathematical task, a problem-solving one, an Alan Turing code-breaking type one, then perhaps that will pique your interest. It will create hyperfocus. It will engage your brain in a dopamine-related activity where you can see a challenge, where you can see a goal, where you can see an end point. And so it's not necessarily about being able to conform to a system, being able to do repeated things over and over again, which school kind of teaches you to do. If you are an ADHDer, you are going to have a bit more ability to think differently, problem solve in a more fluid and different kind of way, and have ideologies and skill sets that are certainly going to give you some entrepreneurial opportunities potentially within your life. One of the things is hyperfocus. That's one of the things that ADHDers can do. If you're very, very excited about a topic or a task, you will be able to focus on it for ages. If you're not excited or you're not interested in it, you won't focus on it at all. If you are given a task or you do have a project that is really, really engaging and interesting, then you will be able to really make that a success. One of the best comments I ever heard about ADHD is it's like having a Ferrari brain with a bicycle brake system. Because of that, our brains move very, very quickly. In crisis situations, for instance, ADHDers are excellent. If the house is on fire and you need to save the cat, then you will be able to do that because that's the speed at which your brain works. That also means we're able to navigate curveballs when things don't necessarily go the way people think or expect them to. That can sometimes really, really throw neurotypicals, but for ADHDers, we like the challenge and we want to explore that challenge more. Often ADHDers are emotionally more tuned in and empathetic to other people's needs. This can be a problem in the sense that you end up feeling or taking on other people's situations. You have a strong sense of justice. However, it does also mean that you understand people well. It means that you can understand how people are feeling, you can put yourself in their shoes, and you can develop your own skills as in dealing with people. That it also makes you care about your team and the people that you work with, and if you're a boss or a CEO or a director, then you will be caring about the people around you. The final, and I think the most important thing, is that most ADHDers are what we call blue sky, big picture thinkers. I often see the end goal. I can see the end goal and then I work from that end goal and work my way back to get there. So I have a project or a financial goal in mind, and then I will do what I need to do to get to that point. And sometimes other people can just go along in their blocks and their steps and so on and make progressive little movement steps forward. ADHDers can do the big jumps. We can do the hurdles. We can do everything. So I think, to summarise, it's important to bear in mind that although ADHD is it's not a disorder, firstly, but it's also not something that makes you necessarily good at conforming or listening to other people's instructions and so on. What it does give you is a huge advantage in your own creativity, your own innovative nature, and your ability to be multifaceted, which in the modern world now is so important. Thanks for listening.